Hello. This week's Parsha is Parsha Tetzaveh, and it has some exciting moments of, well, not so exciting, but there actually could be exciting, that we have this situation of Aaron and his sons and the priests and what they have to wear and the process of creating those garments. And I want to zoom in on this pasuk, on this verse in chapter 28. In Hebrew, it's Chavchet, and the verse 36, verse Lamed Vav in Shemos or Exodus. And according to this, Hashem says, "V'asita tzit zahav tahor," you will make a diadem of pure gold, ufitachta alav pitoche chotam, and engrave on it in the manner of a signet, kadosh Hashem. I just think that's so beautiful. It's like Aaron, he's like, I'm going to dedicate myself to God. I am dedicating myself to Hashem. And it seems to me like with this beautiful diadem he's wearing, he needs some reminders. And this is someone who's like, his whole life is being given over to God. And I feel that there's so much the Torah is perhaps alluding to, or some teachings that can be gained from this, is, that there's a process in giving yourself to God, and it could be symbolized by the various different intricacies of the garments, and also that this process may be ongoing. That maybe like you still need a reminder. Like even the high priest might need a reminder, holy to God. Wow. And I think this really butts up against the selfish part of me, or perhaps the positive self-preservation part of me that maybe goes amok, that doesn't need too much support to do that. That isn't it my time and my life, like giving it to, I feel that I'm so guarding that. And it reminds me, someone once taught me that in order to, before you give yourself to yourself, before you give yourself away. And I feel that's so important, like to be able to know who I am and know my opinions, and know, because if I don't give myself to myself, I'm letting someone else run my life. And I feel that I'm not free in the only way I think humans can be free. We have all these constraints. We're going to only live a certain amount of years. We need to eat, we need to drink. There's a lot of not freedom in our freedom. But the freedom to choose what we're going to do in our limited way, if I'm giving that away, I'm not even a person yet, as the Pianesca Rebbe writes. And so then the idea of giving it to God, I feel is a call to take this life that I've worked for or worked to become myself with other people's help, God's help, other people's help. And that can be symbolized by the pure gold. So now there's the pure gold. I'm a self. I'm an independent being. And then choose to take that and give it to God out of love, and not out of for pride, or to be seen as a good person, or not on my schedule, but because I care about you, God. I care about your world, and I care that someone in your world is suffering, so I want to do it for you, not because it'll feel good for me, which is a great thing it does, but for you. And Hashem gave me this thought, God, I'll give myself over to you, just not yet. Right? I'll give my life for you, God. It's like in those movies where the kid's like, I love you so much, I'll do anything for you, just don't ask me to do anything, I don't know, take out the garbage, or, actually sacrifice some concrete time. Reminds me, Rav Feuer once taught, how you really feel about somebody? How you respond when they ask you to do something. So, it's embarrassing to me about the selfishness that I have of it's mine. But it also isn't mine, but it feels like it's mine. It's just a gift from God. It's all His. As Rav Heschel taught, life can be like a preparation for death. And it is. And we're all going that way. But do I want to go with an open fist, or a closed fist, or an open heart? It's really up to us, because we're going to end up there anyway. And so may we challenge ourselves today to do one thing small that's doable, whether it's a thought, a word, or an action that's just for God on what may be His terms. Going out of our way, a slightly way just for Him. And I invite us to think of something and commit to, like, hey, you know what? I'm going to call that person, or I'm going to send an email, I'm going to send a text, or I'm going to finally do that dish, or whatever it is. May we all find that in ourselves to give to God in ourselves. And have a great day.